Bad guys. Soft work. When I say clap, 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 everybody tell for the bad guys. Hello, 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 you get talk so many things.
Stories that touch. Well, with this album, I realized there was no one theme running all through the album. There was no one particular topic that every song had, okay? It was just a bunch of different stories that I felt like people could relate directly to. So, looking at that expression in itself, it's a sarcastic expression. So, ordinarily it's something that's funny, but I meant, each and every song on there is a story that would touch you, So yeah, that's why I went with that.
Trust nobody, real niggas stay scarce. This my party, why you want to get crashed? You the copycat.
Ironically, the song that gave me the most stress actually happened to be one of people's favorites at this moment, Soldier featuring Simi. Personally, it's not that maybe I didn't know how to rap, so I didn't know how to write it. No, that is not the focus. What really happened? Originally, there is a first version of that record that we recorded. That's not what we are hearing on the album. But we put it down. Simi put her vocal, everything. But then Simi just cut me down. She didn't like it. She needed to change up the instrumental. So we called my producer, Seth, to work on something for us again. He still worked on something. We listened to it. We still didn't like it. So we contacted Oscar to work on something again. That song had up to 4 beats, 4 different beats, before we finally arrived at the one that everyone was happy with, and we're like, okay, let's go with that. And it was almost last minute as well, because we had to wrap up the album. A lot of stuff was going on, so it was like, yeah. I mean, finally we have that, so let's go. Let's go. Of course. No, we are planning it. I think that we can still work on collaborative album, or even if it's a hippie, at least just myself and ourselves. Then we'll find a producer that can understand the two, both of us, and then we're able to release something to the outside world. Hopefully, we make wave. Yeah.
You don't claim rise, because say that one are the main cash. You be army robber, your people.
Well, I would say, pretty much there's an atom of that personal feel in almost all the songs, It's either something that's happening to me or something that I'm seeing around me. And, from my people, for example, which talks about the hustle of the Nigerian people and the resilient spirit that they still have. It's just something that I've observed, ever since I moved back, after my studies in the UK. And I just sort of realized that people have this continuously resilient spirit. And even though there's so much rubbish going on, the people are still happy, they're still dancing, So yeah, I mean, everything is just things that are around me and things that are, personal as well. Yeah, it's a mix. When you find, if you ask any musical actors now, if you find a producer that is having so much of talent, and then you're able to develop a musical chemistry, you will not want to change. Understand? You want to continue in that sort of line. So that is really what happened. We were able to meet each other last year, and by the time we start to work together, I then discovered that the man is having so much of talent. And eventually, maybe peradventure, we can have a classic album. We can have a landmark event in Nigerian music. We hope so. As far as possible, I want to get as much recognition as possible. Perhaps international recognition. I want this album to be a landmark album in Nigeria. I want it to change things. I feel like the market has been reluctant to accept stuff that is not the cliche stuff that is not the regular up-tempo sort of to bang music. But then I've come from another angle and I'm able to enter late, so I wish that they can still completely accept me. Yes.